is almost 7 o'clock. Please take your seats. Okay, I want to welcome everybody here tonight. It's not on? Excuse me. We're about to start our program. Okay, can everybody hear me? All right, good. So first off, I want to welcome everyone attending tonight and also those that are watching on closed circuit TV and online. My name is Kathy Marr. Tonight we're going to present the Town Hall Atherton Antique Roadshow. Yes. So first let me introduce our greeters. We have, excuse me, Jean and Miss Sue have been greeting here tonight. And then we've got the audio vision crew. We have KC, we have Joe Wright, and we have Ron. Thank you all. We have some birthday celebrations. I've got one down here. That's mine. Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. We're here to serve. Anybody else need a drink?
What?
Is that enough?
What? I have some. I have some. Thank you. Thank.
Take anything.
Oh, okay. Somebody was just offering me a cough drop. Thank you. Birthday celebrations. Eldrin Taylorson, is he here? Nope. Oh. Okay. Jeanine Wright. Joe's here, but Jean's not. And Stanley KWO, he's here. Nope. Okay. I don't think we have any new residents to be introduced tonight. So then our program tonight will be presented by Georgia Shaw, Mike and Nancy Fitz, Deborah Smizer, and Joanna Wing. They're all, well, Joanna's new with our Treasure House group. So Mike will be talking tonight about all the interesting items brought by our fellow neighbors here at Atherton. And as some of you have been up here looking, you know we really, really do have some very interesting items. So Mike, you want to go ahead? Are you ready? What? I'm sorry? No, these items are not for, no, we did not ask them to, some of the items we couldn't even get a price on. These items were here because they have something very interesting about them. They might be old, they might not be, but they are not for sale. But they are here for you to enjoy and watch the program. Okay, Mike?
She mentioned that this is the Antique Roadshow. I want you to know that none of us are antiques, however. We're all vintage. So one of the things that I enjoy about being in the Treasure House is we get different items from all over the world. And in Southern California in particular, in Atherton here, we have a very multicultural community. And so it gives us an opportunity to see a lot of different cultures and enjoy the beauty of their different creations here, all of these different ones. There's quite a few represented here, and in the past, if you come over to the Treasure House, you'll see a lot of good things from all over the world. And so we kind of pride ourselves in that. It gives us an opportunity to learn. There's a term, autodidactic, means self-taught. We have to do that here. We have to teach ourselves about all these different things as we go along to understand what they are so we can explain them to people and then try to give a value based on what does the market say you can buy or sell from. So it's a lot of fun. This first particular item that we have here, I would like to ask Betsy Glanville to come up and explain just what it really is.
This is a hair wreath. Everything in here is made out of hair. Human hair. the date is approximately 1899. My great-grandfather, when he passed away, they took hair from everybody who was at the memorial service, you know, a lock of hair. And then they had artists who actually then would create this. Apparently, there's also some dog hair in here. The dog was there. I don't know where that is, but anyways, that's what I'm told. And so it's been was on the wall of my grandparents' summer house for years, and when they sold the house, nobody wanted it. And I said, I will take it. It's too valuable. So I don't know, what else would you like to know on that?
Where were
They were, this was on Cape Cod, but I think the family was in South Orange, New York area, South Orange, New Jersey, New York area. And so, yeah.
What's the value?
What's the value?
They come, different ones, yeah, I need the mic.
You-
The mic for the mic. The lowest I've seen any of them go for, not this one, but other ones, is maybe 200, 250, but they go up well over 1,000, and I think this one, we could figure it's somewhere in the neighborhood of at least $1,000, if not more, because there are many people who collect these things. And if you were to come up afterwards and take a look, you'll see a great deal of detail that went into it. They use wire and other things to construct the framework to put the hair in. So it's a labor of love, because it's to remind them of somebody that has gone on. And so there's quite a bit of work that's been done in it.
And you will see some sort of loose ends that have come loose over the years too. in there. Yeah, about 1,000 is what I was quoted when I brought it home.
Yep. Thank you. Do we applaud each time? Yeah. The next item is stamp collecting. This is one of a large collection, one album of a large collection of postage stamps. All different kinds. This goes from the earliest stamps in there, down, yeah. A little bit lower. Yeah, there you go. The earlier pages have the older stamps in the pre-World War, pre-Civil War stamps up to and including later on. The tricky thing about stamps, does anybody know who was famous for collecting stamps? Yes, Franklin D. Roosevelt. That was one of the things that he did to enjoy, to kind of get his mind off of the Depression, World War II, and all those other things. He would collect stamps, and he had quite a collection. But what's fascinating, these are all U.S. stamps, and in that collection, besides this album, there's a lot of others that include what they call a full sheet of stamps. You can go to the post office, and you can say, I want a sheet of the stamps. It'll have numbers on it. There's a story about, there was a stamp that came out in the 50s, I think it was. It was the UN building, and it was multicolor. It's like 3 or 4 colors in it. And this one gentleman went to the post office, and he bought a sheet, and he took it home, and he realized that it was upside down. There was a mistake made in it. So he was excited. He was telling people, this is thousands of dollars and so on, in 1957 money. Well, the post office found out about it, so they issued a whole bunch of them like that. So you gotta be quiet. Probably one of the most collected one was I think it was 1920 something air postal stamp, and the whole sheets, they were the plane was upside down. And so, you know, that sometimes happens, but they're so good at calling those out before they get out in the public that you don't see that anymore, pretty much. But the value on those, it varies quite a bit. If it's a cancel stamp and it's got the little wavy lines in it and everything, it's less. If it's pristine, not used yet, then it's worth a lot more, significantly. And then there's also certain commemoratives in there too. I used to collect stamps when I was a kid, and one of the many things, and triangle-shaped stamps are highly sought after, but Liechtenstein, they were known for their stamps. But they can't establish a value for that because there's so many different values for the different stamps in there. Yes? Yeah, yes.
You want to introduce her?
I don't know how much that is. You want to do that?
Yeah. I don't know, did you answer cause?
You can get, it's on the, there's a sheet, and if you get the 4 on the corner where the numbers are, that's worth more. A lot of people collect those. Yeah.
Okay, the person whose book this is, we have a whole box of these books over in the treasure house because, and that's only one box of how many, Helen? 6. How long have you been collecting?
Since I was a teenager.
And how, no, I won't ask you how old you are. So since she was a teenager, and she's, just for you stamp collectors to know, she's trying to download it on somebody. Somebody that would value it. Because nobody in her family wants it. It's a whole lot of work that if you look at that afterwards, you'll be impressed. So if you've got anybody in your family, anybody in your church, anybody in your community, anybody in this country, okay, talk to Helen because she would love to be able to move it out of her house, right? And she's not collecting anymore, right? No. Oh, she stopped, finally.
No, it can be a very enjoyable hobby, and there's a lot of really beautiful stamps out there if you enjoy the artwork that goes into them. So that's just one. This is Dan Shaw's. This is first day covers of Pope John Paul II from 2005. 76 different countries are represented in there. Beautiful collection of the different ones, unused, brand new. First, does everybody know? No. Most people don't know what a first day cover is. Whenever a stamp is issued somewhere, usually, say if it's, I don't know, a particular thing like the Baseball Museum in Coopersville, the stamps that are canceled on an envelope from Coopersville are the first day covers. So these first day covers, those are canceled by the particular country, in the particular country, so that gives an added value to them. You can see what they look like. Now, what's interesting about this, what I find from a historic standpoint, Pope John Paul II was the first Polish Catholic Pope. And what he did while he was Pope was amazing because he, in combination with Margaret Thatcher of England and Ronald Reagan in the U.S., were able to create a situation where it ultimately led to the downfall of the Soviet Union. It started somewhat in Poland because he supported the Solidarity movement, which was, Lech Walesa was the man that was leading that. And that was a very dangerous thing to do when he started that whole revolution, if you will, within Poland. But Poland had been through so much. World War II, they had the Germans in. After World War II, the Soviets came in. So him being the first Polish Pope was able to really move things along. And when he supported Lech Walesa, that made the world of difference. And everybody got involved then. And ultimately, in 1979, down they came. So it's a beautiful collection. I'm not sure we didn't value that.
No, I'm not sure. You took a picture, but I don't know if you gave us
Didn't?
value.
No, I didn't at the time. But anyway, these collections.
Stab at it. How much do you think? Anybody?
I tell you what, let me. I'll take one of these and flip the coin. How's that sound? What am I bid? What am I bid? 22, 22. Come on, come on. All righty, there you go. Yeah. So I won't say because I'll get in trouble. The next one is, it's known as a Tang tricolor glazed ceramic Chinese horse. It's a replica of the Tang Dynasty artifact that was, many times they were made and buried with the person who passed away to be with them, to support them in the afterlife. The Tang Dynasty was between 618 AD to 908 AD. If you had an original from that period of time, you were talking about thousands and thousands of dollars. These go for as little as $25 up to $250 on average online. So it's a beautiful piece of work, and it's an exact replica of what they made. Yes?
What's in the horse's mouth?
That sounds like a leading question, huh?
I couldn't figure it out.
It's some kind of vegetable. Maybe it's an apple. We'll say it's an apple.
The owner doesn't know.
Do we have a dentist in here that can? No. Okay. We have, these are yours. You should explain.
Now, who's your favorite president? Reagan's popular. Before Reagan. Abraham Lincoln. So these are, do you remember, I'm going to try to get one of those out of there. They did a series of 4 at the 100th anniversary of his death. And they're pennies. And you know, they're not making pennies anymore, so I think they're going to be valuable. Right now, they're kind of what they're worth. But they haven't been opened or anything. And Deb has, well, what do they call them? Not the proof sheets, but the ones that are the individual. You can see the front and back on them.
Right.
The what? No,
Mint condition.
yeah, they all actually are mint
those are mint
condition.
condition, too.
But because there's 4 different sets, but you also know in coins, they have the mint. There's a mint in Denver, and there's a mint in
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And
So
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia. So you'll get a S, you'll get a D, and you'll get a P. So that's why there's so many of these in here, because of the various different ones. And you're welcome to come up and look at them.
Yeah, the Mint used to, oh, thank you. The Mint used to, and maybe they still do, they have proof sets. A proof set, they use a special die, the metal. It's, and it's highly polished, and it's kind of the first run to check and see if they're going to come out without any imperfections. And those they put into a set you can buy through the Mint, and those are probably really highly collectible. After that becomes, you have the mint condition, and then you have the ones that are in circulation. So the value varies. It's kind of hard, it's like with stamps, condition is everything. And if you've ever watched Pawn Stars, you know, the Las Vegas pawn shop, where people bring in things to sell, and when they get certain coins, like ancient Greek coins in, they usually call in an expert to find out, is this real or not? Because there was one on there, I think they've had coins on there that went for $250,000 or even higher, depending upon the condition and what they were and how rare they are. So it's an interesting field to get into. This is a collection of Indian head pennies. Now, yeah, from 1859 to 1909, I believe is what the dates were. And it's not complete. There's a few missing, but not many. But the ones that are missing are the ones that are the most expensive. That's the 1877 and the 1909S. What makes the 1909S interesting is that was the same year that the Lincoln head cents started being minted. And so consequently, and why was it 1909? Anybody know? Why would they mint?
Why was it have the S?
Pardon? Oh, I'll get to that. I'll get to that. But 1909 is an important date. It's the 100th year from Lincoln's birthday. He was born in 1809. So anyway, they started minting the Lincoln head cents. The 1909S, there was a 1908S too, I think, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah. But the 1909S, these were being minted in millions and millions. 1909S, they only minted about 320,000 of them. Those are the most valuable. So and it really comes down to that. If you collect coins, you want to get a coin that has a low mint.
So I think it's this one right here, yeah, Kathy?
The one where it's empty. Yeah, that one.
Okay, this one's says it's, who's my glasses? 1908S and a 1909S.
We have your back.
Does it say Dodgers?
No, yeah, wrong side. All right, all right. So anyway, when I was on staff with Pastor Lee across the street years back, I think it was 2011, 2012, he brought me over to introduce me to some of the people here. And one of the persons here was born in 1909. So I had to mention to her, by the way, did you know that you're the same age as the Lincoln Cent? So she liked that. She liked it. I don't know. I mean,
Wait a minute, is it the Lincoln cent or the Indian head cent? Indian head.
no, it ended in 1909, but the Lincoln Cent started in 1909. They overlap. Okay. This is a limited edition print of by this Houchet, and it's from Constance and Michael Robinson. The significance of it was, as I recall, is you had one similar to this in your home in Paradise, and when the fire came, if you've ever seen there's a great movie that was put out about what happened in Paradise, but about how they're trying to restore the town because it was obliterated. It's up in central Northern California. This is very similar to that, so it has great emotional value to you. And what's interesting about these is if you look down in the lower corner, you'll see numbers. There's two numbers there. I don't know if you can see it on there. No. There's a number and then a slash and then a number. That's the addition of a limited edition. They'll mark it that way. They'll say 20 of 250 or something like that. Yeah. When you're looking for art, when we go out and we sometimes sell them on eBay, is you look for an original first. And if you can't find an original, the next one up on the line is that says AP. That's artist proof. In other words, that was one of the first prints made, sent to the artist to see if they approve it. If they sign it off, then it goes back. But there's only a few of those made. Then there's the limited edition like this, and then there's general edition where there's millions of them, like Blue Boy and Pinky. They're everywhere. But if you go up to the Huntington, you'll see the originals.
So how much did they pay for that one?
How much did you pay for it?
Yeah.
118, I went home and looked it up.
118?
With tax and everything.
Well, we did pretty good. We estimated a $100 value.
At least. That's based on eBay. Yep.
Thank you.
The next is a teddy bear. Now, this is a Harris tweed teddy bear, handcrafted in Scotland in the Hebrides. The Hebrides are islands off the west coast of Scotland. And so he's got a tam o' shanter on, and a vest, everything else. He's ready for going out in the horrible weather up there. Yeah. Pardon? Yeah, he's got a vest on. Oh, it's everything. It's the whole work. I think there's a scarf and something. Yeah, because you need that on the Hebrides. It's very cold up there. How are we doing on time? Okay, good. Any questions about any of this so far? Value is around $25. It can vary depending on the particular one because they come in slightly different. Yeah. He moves.
But she will not part with it.
Absolutely not. No. All right. This is. No, I wouldn't pick it up. This is bronze, and this is, I think we said Mexican onyx. It's heavy. It's very heavy. Yeah. This is. Yeah, this is. Let me get my notes here. This is a Curtis Jer bronze 5 seagull. Curtis Jer is actually two people condensed in that name. And what he did was he did a lot, he still does. He does a lot with birds and other things too. And then they produce many of them. In this particular one, I think we said the value is somewhere between $250, $500, no, more than that. I think $500, $600, $700 range. So,
Can you hold it up a little bit so they can see the bottom of it?
do we want to do that? Well, wait a minute. What? Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it's real easy. Let me show you
You know,
this.
take it out. Yeah. She didn't break it.
That's why she's in charge.
And see that, isn't it gorgeous?
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yep.
care if we say who they are? Who they belong to?
I
These
don't-
are Emily's. Yes. And it's heavy, but I saw it in her living room because I went to see the next elephant there. And when I saw this, I thought, oh, Emily, could we show this? Sure. Thank you.
If you can, if you hold on to it, it might slip. I don't know if I would do that.
Here you go, I'll do the tongue and you get the behind.
Okay, this is a Japanese Satsuma porcelain elephant, garden stool or plant stand. You got it? But you have to look at the detail that's in here. There's very fine detail in all of this. Hand painted. I don't think any of this is transferware. I think it's all hand painted. And it can be, but this size, they come in different sizes. This size, you could actually sit on it if you needed to in the garden, but you'd also put a potted plant on top of it. And so they come from different places. Yeah.
Each dot on here, you can feel the.
Yeah, if you come up afterward and take a look at it, you can feel the different dots. Not right now, but afterwards. Don't want to run on it. Okay. Anyway, this size, they probably run anywhere from $400 to $1,200. So it's pretty expensive, but it's a beautiful thing. One that you'd want to take care of it.
So there's a little boy that is up here.
Wait a minute here.
Okay, I don't know if you can tilt it. There's a little boy here, and he's not wearing any pants because in those days they probably didn't have diapers. Oh, I don't know. What date is this?
Well, this one, I don't know how old it is. It's probably within the 20th century. They used to go
Okay,
back for
yeah.
centuries after,
Those
earlier.
days.
Those days, yeah. Back then, in those days, you're right. He does. Okay, never mind. I guess we should have fuzzed that out on the camera. Yeah, these are magazines. Georgia, do you want to discuss this one?
Oh, but I'm gonna hold it, okay? So, anybody know where Dan Shaw is right now? Papua New Guinea. He's on his way. And he happens to have this magazine, which, can you read it there? It's when they got their independence. 50 years ago, in 1975. So this is a real keeper. And Dan was there, and Dan knew the prime minister and all this sort of stuff, you know. So he has a real history with Papua New Guinea. But what I found was interesting, I'm a little more geared toward pictures. On the back of this, see that bird right there? That's a bird of paradise.
And that must be their, is that their bird in their country?
Yes, that's their emblem. Can you tell?
Breaking out of the shell.
Yes. So, coming into independence, they're in the shell. They have the gestation period there. Then they start to hatch and they start to break out, and all sorts of things happened in the country. Still are happening in the country 50 years later. But I thought that was just fantastic. So here's the magazine. You can read all the advertisements they have. This one actually is a South Pacific Brewery. That's, anyway,
Does it have hamburgers in there for 19 cents?
I don't know, I didn't
Oh.
even look.
Ah. Okay, we're going to try something here now. Oh, the Life magazine? Yeah, this is Life magazine from when?
Question,
Yeah.
What's the appraisal value of that elephant stool?
We said, what, $400 to $1,200, somewhere in that range?
4 to 12?
Yeah, in that range.
How much would you get?
Yeah. Yeah, we take bids. What does she say? Oh. Yeah, this was from September 1953 at Life magazine. If you look on the back, yeah, 1953. The dinosaurs were a lot younger then. If you look on the back, you'll see a nice young lady selling Camel cigarettes. And if you remember back the commercials, they used to have doctors come on and say, this is the best of the cigarettes to smoke. So that's what was going on. These, it depends on the edition what the value is, because if you have one like when Kennedy was shot or different ones that are historic, they add a lot more to the value of them, so it varies quite a bit. But we used to get Life magazine every week, and that was my big day, was to see the Life magazine.
So how much do you think that was worth?
I think I looked up.
Hard to say.
Like 20-some dollars, that's all.
Okay, you want to try the screen now with that? The
big picture.
The big picture. There it is. Okay. I don't have this anymore. I couldn't bring it to show you, but I'll tell you what it is. That is a 1890s poison bottle. And it says, if you look on the side, you'll see the ribs, and it says the word poison. I found it, we were visiting a friend of ours from, see the side? It's six sides to it. We were at Savers in Lakewood, and with a friend of ours, and I saw it, and now, when I was a kid, when I was a teenager, I used to collect antique bottles. We'd go out to old mine sites and dig in the dumps and pick these up. So I got to be really, I'd say, pretty good at picking out what's old and what's new. And I saw that, and at first I thought it was something that, like an Italian knockoff or something like that, because they're very good at doing that. They have some beautiful glassware. Anyway, when I looked at it and I saw on the top it was hand finished, then I knew it was old. I checked on the bottom, and see, that's the back. Yeah, you can see what it says there, patent applied for, and it has the name in initials. I looked up the initials. I was holding the bottle. I looked up the initials, and it popped up this particular bottle, but different sizes. And the biggest one they had on there was a 16-ounce bottle, and they were selling it on eBay for $600 or $700. So I thought, I think I'd better get this one. So we bought it, we took it home, and it turns out that it's a 32-ounce bottle, which makes it in its own little universe. So we did some checking on it, could not find any prices on it, so what we did, we put it on a 7-day auction on eBay. We started at 99 cents, which is a real roll of the dice. What if nobody wanted it except somebody wanted to pay 99 cents? But about 30 minutes after we put it on, we got a message from somebody that said, would you take $2,000 for this bottle? So I said, I can't do that because it's on an auction. You've got to run the auction. It's not fair otherwise. So we ran it, and it got up to the last day. It was $600 at the beginning of the day. We got down to about the last minute or two, and all of a sudden we got a bid for $1,000. Almost immediately after that, we got a bid for $7,000. And then another bid that came in after that one for $7,177.77. So, and then that was it. It was over with. So that's what we didn't get that much out of it, but that's what it was. Anyway, but what was interesting about it was talking to two messages online to the two different people that had bid that much money. It turns out both of them are really ardent bottle collectors, and they said, to their knowledge, that there were only 2 known 32-ounce bottles of that type anywhere. And so that's why they were bidding so much for it. The one lady that got it, she had 9 other sizes of that bottle down to, I think, 1 ounce or something like that. So that completed her collection. So that's why every once in a while you go to a, is Kinu here? No. Darn. I always like to give her a hard time and tell her, look what I bought, and anyway, what I sold. Pardon? $7.50. So you get $1,000 per every, almost. So anyway, that was great. It was a lot of fun.
Is go shopping with Mike.
Yeah. Well, the IRS got a big chunk of it too. So anyway, this last one is the, I don't want to say the coup de grace, but it's really the pièce de résistance. Yes. One of the people here has this painting, and it was wrapped in paper for 50 years, and it was given, they ended up having it, and so they opened it up and they put it on the wall because it's beautiful. It's Carmel Mission. If anybody been to Carmel, yeah, Mission up there is beautiful. This particular one was made in 1900, 1900. So what's interesting about it, there's a lot of things that are interesting about it. It's a pastel. It's not oil. It's not acrylic. I don't know, did they use acrylic back then? I don't think. No, later on. But it's a pastel. And so we look down on the bottom. It has poetry. Can you see the poetry on there? Yeah, right there. Look at the style of the writing. That's very telling. That's from a style that you see a lot in arts and crafts area, or late between the time of Art Nouveau and Art Deco. So it's in the right age. But when I saw that, I knew it was old. And then I saw that it was 1900. So we started doing research. It was hard to read the name on it. But we did some research. I worked on it, couldn't find out. Then I said, okay, it's a pastel from 1900 from somebody in California. So I went to AI and said, give me the names of people who were good at pastels in that period of time, and out come this one name that matches exactly what's on there. Her name was Helen Tanner Brodt, B-R-O-D-T. She was born in 1838. She died in 1908. She was born in Elvira, New York, and went to school, learned art, and so on. And what's interesting about it, because you got to remember, back in the 1800s to the early 1900s, very few women were recognized for art. In fact, they were not encouraged to get into it. So she was kind of a pioneer in that way, and in fact, a couple of other ways too I'll tell you about. But fascinating lady. You can see the beauty of it right there, and the poetry that she wrote on there, and so on.
Can you see the writing just before the sand ends up there?
Yeah,
You can see the Helen. Is that what you
she's over there.
see it?
It's on the far end.
No, no. Come in a little closer.
That just says founded by Junipero Serra, and the date of the.
So it's the name of the mission.
Yeah, said
Go
far
that way a little
this
bit.
way. Yeah, you go over. Yeah, all the way over.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh, yeah, then it quits right. No, no,
Right
there's
there.
more of it right
That's
there.
it, right there.
See it?
Helen Brodt, B-R-O-D-T.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So, but this lady, she did some remarkable things. She came out to the West Coast and started living in Berkeley, in that area, Oakland and Berkeley. She was the first white woman to climb to the top of Mount Lassen. And if you go to Mount Lassen, there's a lake called Helen Lake. That was named after her. Some of the paintings that she did a painting of John Brown, you know, John Brown's body lies a moldering in the grave. He kind of started the Civil War in a way. She didn't do it from life, she did it from a photograph. But she also did a painting of, what was her name? Should not forget that, Lily Langtry. Lily Langtry, the famous actress, singer from the 1800s. And there is a rumor, you know, whether it's true or not, but it said it on several sites, that that particular painting was hanging in Judge Roy Bean's saloon/judge courthouse in Texas, because he was a fanatical lover of Lily Langtry. So she had a lot of impact on different areas and so on. When you get down, any questions about this so far? You can see the beauty of it, the color and everything else in there. So we were trying to figure out what's the value of the painting. And we did a lot of research, came up with a few things. There's a reason for that. One of the items we saw that's on eBay was a small, she did a lot of painting on porcelain, which is not uncommon. Cups, plates. I think it was about an 8-inch plate that she did a portrait of a baby on. It's on eBay for $5,000. Now, why is it so high? It's not just because of the age, but most of her work was destroyed in the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco. And what one of the articles said is that basically, pretty much most of the rest are in museums. So this little guy, we can't even... This little guy is worth some money. We haven't been able to determine, it needs to be appraised by a professional appraiser, but it can be worth quite a bit of money because it's so rare. Her work is so rare. So anyway, that's kind of a story about this. Any questions about that? I have a picture of her, but you can't see it from here. I don't know if... Hmm?
I have just a personal thing about Lily Langtree.
Uh-huh.
Is my grandmother was often mistaken for Lily
Oh,
Langtree.
really?
I don't know what happened in the succeeding generations, but
That's good. That's good. Yeah, yeah. There's been several cowboy movies where she was in it. I don't know, westerns, old westerns and so on, where they had Lily Langtree was there and so on. And so that she was, I think there was a movie with Paul Newman played Judge Roy Bean back in the 70s or 60s. And that was about Lily. He was always fanatic about Lily Langtree. He wanted her to be there. So any other questions? I mean, if you come over to the treasure house, we can tell you all about the things we have in there, pretty much. And if we can't figure it out, we'll make it up. Oh, yes.
I was hoping you could explain, if you're watching the antique shows on
Oh, yeah.
TV,
I can do that.
they give you two different prices
Yeah.
sometimes?
Yeah, if you watch the Antique Roadshow, sometimes they'll show you, say, an Antique Roadshow from 2010, and it'll have the valuation of a given item. Then they'll show you what it was now, like 2020 or 2025, and sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes down a lot, and then other times it's just flat. It didn't change at all. The reason being that the value of something is determined by the amount that's out there, and it's like everything else. How much is there, and how much is the demand for it? So between those two things, makes the world a difference.
Are you taking my mic?
Pardon?
Are you stealing my mic?
I was going to steal it for if there were any questions.
Okay.
Are there any questions?
Yeah,
I'll
are
bring
there
the
any other
microphone to
questions?
you.
We have. Oh, yes.
How did you get that one, that painting?
Well, it belongs to somebody. We just have it here to display. Yeah, somebody here on the campus.
Some other question, another question?
Do you want to do this? Deb's going to do that. Where? Deb is going to do it. Okay, come on, Deb.
Am I saying anything more? Is it? Oh, question.
Who has a question?
Oh, another question?
I've been to that mission many times, and I know it's totally surrounded by development now.
It is. It is.
So you're saying that's from 1900 or so?
Right.
And I was just wondering what was really there in 1900. Is that what it looked like, or was she using imagination to go back further?
No, actually, back then, it's not in semi-ruins, but it's not in real good shape. But back then, if you look at the place now,
Yeah.
trees cover everything.
Uh-huh.
And I've noticed that in pictures of other places back in that period, or even before in the 1800s. You'll see areas where there's not that many trees. If you go there now, and there's trees all over the place.
People plant trees.
People plant trees, plus one of the advantages of carbon dioxide going up in the atmosphere is the plants love that. So they start growing more. So that whole area was not developed at that time at all.
You can see the ocean, can't you?
You can see the ocean in this one.
Oh, yeah.
You can't see that.
But no, you can't even think about seeing the ocean now there.
No.
It's,
All you
trees
can-
and houses and
Mm-hmm.
everything. In fact, I think what they've done is I don't know, it's the Carmelites? I'm not sure which.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was Carmelite.
They have built a lot more onto that, too. I believe they have a school and a bunch of other things
Yeah.
there now. So
Yeah.
it's developed quite a bit since then. Now, the neat thing is you go up there, you can go to the Hog's Breath Inn, which was originally owned by Clint Eastwood, and have
Yes.
some incredible food. They're really good. And you might even see him, I don't know.
Oh, wow. He's still kicking around.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he might come up to you and say, "Make my day." You don't know. So, did you?
Another question? I'll bring the microphone to you.
Go ahead.
No question.
Okay, over here on the table, we have these little coupons. And earlier this year, when we did this, we gave you a coupon. So we have them again. They're $5 off, but with a minimum purchase of $10. Okay? So, and there's also an expiration date on here. We're going to run this until the end of November. So grab one of them as you go tonight and come over to the Treasure House and have fun spinning it.
We'll be there tomorrow at 10 o'clock, so come on over. You can use them then. Yes?
Can I bring some of the items to the treasure house, or, to give the estimate or something?
We'll give it a shot, yeah. We'll do our best. So that's what, in fact, we'd love to have that. Bring things over and we'll try to figure out how much they're worth.
And if it's an elephant, don't bring it over, okay?
Bring your own elephant.
Mike will come to your apartment.
Yeah, it is true, like we were talking about earlier. This is the elephant in the room, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, I think that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, otherwise we can close and then come up and take a look.
Patty sister is right here.
I don't know. No? No.
Okay. Patty, is Neil watching the game or something? Is he not here tonight? He was afraid to come. Okay.
The reason why is because when people came in, several of the people came in and said, "We're glad to evaluate things for you, but we will not evaluate your spouse for you." So,
But we were going to have Neil here, and we were going to have Patty stand up and say, "Okay, evaluate my husband." And Jim was going to say, "Oh, he's not worth anything." Or no.
yeah, one of the problems, we could have a lot of fun with him, but he's only a year older than I am. So I was going to say, there's a certain depreciation value after a while.
Okay, I think then we are finished for the evening. Let's see, you can all pick up your discount from Debbie. We want to thank you all for coming, and especially to everyone who brought your items to the Treasure House, so we could share it tonight. This was really fun. It was a different program. I think you've seen this, this will be our fourth program. So every time we've done something different, and we appreciate it, and does anybody know what the score is with the Dodgers right now? Okay, if you don't want to know, cover your ears like Deb is. It's 6-1. Oh, no. And it means the Dodgers are the ones. All right, thank you for coming. Bye-bye.
Will you be, Mike, will you be in the treasure house tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll 10 to 12.
Yeah, I have something that I'm curious
Okay.
as to the price of
Sure.
that. Yeah, so,
Come in.
thank you.
Can't guarantee.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that you are an expert in that.
Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert.
Oh, wow. You make that kind of